Ready?
Hold on. We good. All right, we good.
Okay, welcome to Multiple Streams by Any Means podcast, where we focus on showing you guys different paths to financial freedom and wealth. I'm your host, Bam. We got my co-host,
Jason Wyatt Pro.
Okay, man. Today we got the mindset mogul. The guy's going to teach you the power of relationships to enhance your business. We got my brother Shaun Crummey. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, doing fantastic. Can't complain, even if I try. How you feeling, kid?
I'm feeling good, man.
Welcome,
How you
welcome,
feeling,
welcome,
bro?
brother.
Yeah, man. How you, okay. So how was your flight and your trip out here?
Yo, trip out here was dope. I came from Turks. I was in Bahamas,
Okay.
just chilling out there. It was dope. Then I had said, let me stop in Miami because the weather looking nice. Had a good time in Miami. Then I came up here. I went to the event on Saturday. It was chilling with everybody there. That was dope. So I'm good now. I'm vibing.
Yeah.
Good trip so far.
Okay, cool. So where you from, man?
I'm from New York City, bro. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. You already know. BK. You already
Do it big, like
Right.
BK, man.
Yeah.
Okay, man. All right, so Shaun, man, what type of guy were you growing up, man? Like, were you an entrepreneur growing up? You were like more into sports?
Yeah, I was a sports guy.
Sports guy. What sports you play?
Bro, I played basketball, I played football, I played soccer, I played street hockey. I played, did I say baseball? I played baseball. So, yeah, I played pretty much all the sports that I could play.
Okay. You
I would say like street hockey. That's like a real sport, or
It was
it's just something the kids play.
It's something the kids play.
Okay.
It wasn't a league or anything like that, but it was something the kids play. We got together, got the rollerblades, got the hockey pucks. Like, yo, let's get it. Let's do something different. So it was that type of vibe.
compared to the ice hockey, you ever did ice hockey before?
No, I haven't done ice.
Oh,
hockey.
okay. I got you. So it's basically like street ball.
Yeah, bro. Look. And it was during the summer, so it wasn't during the cold. Like,
Remind me, one of my little favorite TV shows coming up was Rocket Power.
Okay.
I remember they used to play street hockey a lot
all
of
the time.
You remember that
Rocket
show?
yeah, I remember that. shit.
Okay. All right, so you from BK, athlete growing up. So no entrepreneurship experience coming up?
Yeah, I did. So y'all know when y'all go to school, people be asking y'all for stuff, right?
Correct.
Yeah, man.
What did they ask you for when you was
They want that candy.
candy? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was in there selling candy because at first I'd bring some snacks because my mom, she'll let me get some snacks before I
Yeah.
go, some chips or whatever the case may be. And then people would ask for it. Get your gums, yo. Like, damn, I'm giving it out to everybody. I got one left, and now it's first period. Like, damn, like I ain't even get through the day. So
Yeah.
I started realizing, okay, what if I just sold it to them so that way we could all get some. But at least I can go re-up for us. And it's basically like for us. Y'all all just pitch it in. I go get it. We re-up and then it's for us.
Yep. That's
That's
how
how
it
it
goes.
was.
That's how it starts. That's how it starts. Yep. Now that's what's up. So I feel like I've said this before. Selling candy is like one of the in the hood. Selling candy is like the gateway hustle to entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, like, did you ever sold candy?
We sold it all, man.
Yeah.
Candy, soda,
Yeah, man.
pencils,
Yeah, man.
CDs.
Yeah.
anything.
I started making it got to a point that I started making the candy lady nervous.
There you go.
Yeah, one day she out there, she eating a banana. She like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Nah, I'm just playing with you, man. So like, so how old were you when you started hustling, selling candy, things of that nature?
Dude. 12.
Same age, okay, around the same. That's what's up, man. So we got something to come. And I wasn't an athlete, but whatever. So out of all those sports, what was your favorite sport?
The favorite sport was basketball.
Basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport.
Man, so
Yeah.
something up and down the court, whatever
Yeah.
I go. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
basketball.
What position you played? Point guard.
Honestly, I play all positions.
real?
Point guard naturally, but I play all positions. In my very first high school official game, I played center,
Oh, wow.
but I scored 35 points because your
Good
boy
Lord.
got the move.
You
Shit,
know
man.
that.
I got the moves. Since
Yeah.
you got a point guard with post move skills, like the big man can't keep up with him. So
He
that's
LeBron.
what that was.
Yeah, he LeBron out there. He
That was-
playing
that was
any position they throw him, he got it.
You got it.
Now that's what's up. All right, so after high school, did you do college?
I don't like talking about college
Mm,
because it's these people that be hitting me up in emails
mm.
asking for money. And I'll be like, bro, I ain't never go there. I never went there. just understand. So just to keep the continuity, no. But there was this campus I used to go to in New Jersey. It was called Seton Hall. I used to be up there because one of my bros was up there. So I used to ball with him and hang out. And
You get experience. At the end of the day, most of what you pay for is experience.
Yeah, true.
And I mean, if you can get it for free, bro, I know you got your money's worth. All right, cool. All right. So, what about work history? So, I know you were selling candy when you were a little younger. What about like work history? What was your first job?
My first job was a basketball. Well, damn. Let's go real back. My first job was doing birthday parties. My mom, she was an entrepreneur in New York City. She gave out hundreds of jobs to people that's in the community. One of the jobs that she gave out to us was being able to be like in the costumes for the parties. So like children have like their like birthday and they got like a theme to it. So we used to be the characters inside the costume. And at one time, like I don't know if y'all remember Barney.
Barney. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. This is a bad time for Barney now. Like,
he was going through his thing.
It wasn't me though, but it was my cousin who got the got the left right hooks on him and the head was around the body. Like Barney's head was like backwards. But I was one of the characters, and that showed me something. It's like just to be able to add value to somebody. That was the first time I realized what value was. Yeah, so doing that, did the clown. So I was like a clown. Everybody, come on, I think when they had that, they had the clown, had the wig.
Yeah, the paint face too.
Yeah, paint face. My uncle was nice at painting faces.
Okay.
So he would do like face painting. This is where my mom showed me that everybody can have their own business and come together for one.
Yeah.
So it was still all her stuff, but it's just showing you the model. So she would hire my uncle. He would do the face painting. Then it would be somebody else that does the balloon animals. And then it would be somebody else that's inside the costume. And then it's somebody else that's running around like just galvanizing everybody to make them happy, right? So then she's like the maestro type of person to keep everybody,
MC.
right, MC.
Right.
So that was dope. That was my first experience with anything.
Okay. How old were you around that time?
That was about 9, 10. Yeah, 9, 10, 11. So this is how I started. Like, this is how it was so easy for me to do the candy thing, right? Because I already seen like you could provide value, you can make money off it. So it was a no-brainer. All it took was like 3 or 4 times people were asking me. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go get this tomorrow and I'm gonna go rack it up and then we gonna break bread and all that. So that's how it was.
Yeah. So you learned at an early age that teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
And you pretty much saw how one thing can pretty much have a lot of other people interconnected where we can all make money. So like I do feel like that's one of the things that we need more of to help us like learn how to circulate and share and build together. Because I mean, to be honest with you, in our community, it's a lot of finessing going on. And besides the dollar amount that we lose, I feel like the mentality was really worse because it kind of gets hard the way you can. It gets harder to trust people. Once you've done business with people. And you tried to build with people, because in order for me to achieve my goals, it's bigger than me. Like I couldn't even start this without my bro, So a lot of the bigger projects that I'm gonna have to do, whether it's real estate or whatever, it's gonna require more than just myself. So I guess with that being said, we just gotta make sure we do a better job of just treating each other better and just more so vetting each other, like vetting the people that we choose to try to do business with. But now that's what's up, man. Your mom was a real hustler, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you said she gave away hundreds of jobs.
Bro, like she used to, because she had multiple jobs now. Okay. So, yeah.
Multiple streams, by any means.
Multiple streams.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, make the plug. You
yeah,
understand?
man.
So, not only did she have, she had entertainment business with children. The parents would be like, you ain't got nothing for the adults? And she was like, nah. But she's like, why not? We need something. She created something. So then from that creation of having like adult parties, it turned into having adult parties. Okay. So now it turned into a whole exotic dancer type of world, right? So seeing that young growing up was a whole other thing. But the beauty in that was it showed me that anybody can become family because the girls that used to dance with her or dance for her rather, were family at that time. They would be living in our house. I wasn't mad because I got some baddies hanging around me. What's up, babies? Like, so teaching me the game. Teach me the game, ladies.
Yeah.
So that's how that was. But it taught me that family can be created and family should be created.
Yeah. I like that, man. It's nothing but positivity, man. Because a lot of times we hear these stories, and it's like it's normally like, oh, my family, they be the worst. Side, right? But in your situation, your family was the best asset for you. You was able to learn from your family. Now that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. What was some of the names of the businesses that she ran?
So y'all want to know the names there?
A couple. I know it's some good ones.
Yeah. Y'all know the strip name?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, what's the name? Trying to look it up on the low. He's like, what's the name of that thing? Yeah. One of the names was called Pussycat Lounge.
Okay.
That was a dope name, but you know what I'm saying? But I was too young to really like you know, like to get into that. But I did make music, and they did play my music in the club, which that was like an accolade for me at that time. I played my music in the club, so that was dope. Another business was called Fantasy Productions. That's where she did all of the that's like the hub company. And then the exotic dancing company came from there. So the Fantasy Productions that also ran the children's parties and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something odd. So I remember when I was like real young. I was like 4 years old, and it was this lady. My mom allowed her to stay with us for a while. I haven't seen him since I was like. She had 2 sons. One was named Josh and one was named Jeremy. So I'm a kid, and then so one time a cartoon came up. It was like Josie and the Pussycats. So I said she said like, what y'all was watching today? I said Josie and the Pussycats. She looked at me and said, can't say that. You can't say that word. I said, what you talking about, cat? She said, so from that, I ended up looking up or asking somebody what it meant. And this lady traumatized me when I was a kid. That's how I learned what pussy meant when I was a kid. I was 4 years old. And yeah, that's how people are in the hood, man. I don't know. It was a random story, but when you said pussycat, it brought me all the way when I was 4 years old. All right, so cool. Mom was a hustler. You was around. You was pretty much exposed to the good life at a young age. So what you do when you graduated high school? What was you on when you graduated high school?
Well, when I graduated, I was salutatorian. So I wasn't the valedictorian because I went to 4 different high schools. I went to 7 different schools in 9 years. So that's the only reason why I wasn't able to get the valedictorian. I did have a 99 grade point average after 9th grade. My mom, she unfortunately passed away. She had 13 brain tumors, collapsed lung. She had cancer. And during that 9th grade year, that's when it transpired. So I was in New York City. New York City has a grade point average rubric that if you get 64, you fail. I have 65. So I went to North Carolina right after that, and I just wanted to like refocus, reestablish my mind. And I played basketball, and then we won a couple championships on the lower level, which was dope. Then I came back to New York City, went to the finals, but we lost in the finals. So I'm thinking, I'm going to any school and I can ball up because I've never not made a team. I'm nice. I'm that dude. What's up? I go to this school. First of all, I got a deal on the table, D3 contract, and I don't take that. I have another opportunity being that I lost both of my parents. So being that happened, my grandmother became my new mom, right? So then she was like, I made a promise to your mom that I gave you A. So like I had another school I wanted to go to, which was Hawaii. And she was like, that's way too far. So I settled on a school that was a little bit closer, see if I got in touch with the person that was coaching and administrative. And they said, yeah, come through. We're going to let you do a tryout. I never not made a team. I'm nice. So I get there. There's a scandal with the coach. The coach get fired. So this started to have my whole trajectory of even playing basketball go down the hill. And I should have just kind of like pivoted, but I didn't. So after school, I was just still searching for a basketball career. But what I ended up finding was videography, photography, and those type of computer skills to make games, to make websites, and those type of things. So I was doing that for people while I was in school, right? So being able to do that, that's when I started another side hustle. I started a business. I named the business. It was a media production company. I started doing that with my brothers. So my brothers and I, we said, look, let's form whatever we could form, and let's just make sure we could help each other get to that stage that we want to get to. Whatever that is, I'm going to support you. You're going to support me. We're just going to support each other. And we did that. We were going around. We were shooting videos for people, whether it was music videos, whether it was documentaries, whether it was photography, all of that. And it was dope, but we didn't get much bread out of it. But it taught us that we could actually do it. Like we could be bosses. I went on to become a graphic designer for Netflix and Roku. So I was doing that, and I realized like good was no longer good enough for me. Right? You know, like how everybody asks you, like, yo, how you feeling? I'm good. You good though, because you living. You good. But come on, let's be
I gotta be great though.
Right.
I gotta navigate the great.
Bro, I was too busy being good that I forgot about my greatness.
Ah, man.
That's most of us, right? We too busy being good. Look, if you're too busy being good that you forgot about your greatness, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. You are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. You are everything you've ever needed to be. But guess what? If you think you're gonna do it alone, that's a slow road to success. That's a failure road. 99% of successful businesses are created through strategic partnerships. So I just want you to focus on how can you become better with strategic partnerships, with building with other people. So that was the goal. The goal was like, let me see how I could build with everybody. Obviously I have my brothers and all of that. But I was wondering, like, how could I just get to another level? I had gastroesophageal reflux disease, and I lost over 55 pounds in 41 days.
Stomach.
Yeah, bro, esophagus,
Mm.
and I could barely eat. I'm still like suffering from a little bit because lingering because it was a chronic thing, it was cancer. This thing
Right.
was like so badly burnt that it's gonna take time to truly fully heal, which I feel a lot better. Like I went plant based and never looked back from that since, and that really transformed my life. So from there, I decided to jump into real estate, got a real estate investments. My brothers and I, we said, okay, let's go for it. Like when I moved to California, and when I moved to California, I picked up a sales job.
Mm.
I got promoted 4 times in the same week.
Mm.
Yeah, they was like at first I was doing cold calling. I was like on a sales, like not sales, but I was just cold calling people, like in a call house. Right.
Mhm.
So then they everybody started listening in. Like people used to come around and start standing there. They're like, yo,
Wolf
man.
Wall Street.
Right. They're like, yo, listen to what he's doing. I'm like, and I'm just like, yo, nah, we need you on the sales side. I'm like, what's the sales side? They walk me into the next office. There's a sales side on the next office. I'm like, damn, I see what y'all doing here. So y'all calling people from this office to call them to this office to sell them. I'm like, damn, y'all cold with it. All right. So they told me the game, like, you got to get them leads.
Point guard, shooting guard.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started selling and I realized how to sell. So when the opportunity came to get the property in New York City, is a brownstone. Like a brownstone property is like a prestigious property. It's like worth like $1 million or whatever. So when we had an opportunity to acquire this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back. Went back to New York, pitched the idea like to the motivated seller, like, yo, this is what we could do with it. This is what we could do. Long story short, we got this deal on the contract. The issue is we ain't had the money. So,
Who's got my money?
right. So where the money at? So we like scrambling, like saving, because I'm doing graphics for Netflix and Roku. So I could get a little bag, but it ain't enough to buy a brownstone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we end up having to get a partner, and the capital partner came in, and the capital partner was like, yeah, I'm not looking to hold this with y'all. I want my money. So we're going to sell this, or I'm not joining the deal. So we had to sell the deal. But when we sold the property, so we didn't have to sell the deal. We had to sell the property for the deal. So we got the deal. We had to sell the property. And when we sold the property, we made 6 figures our very first deal. So when we split it up, the money, that was our first 5-figure days. When we seen that, we was like, nah.
Never look back.
It's on.
It's on.
Let's go. Where the other properties at? You know what I'm saying? So we was looking for the other properties.
Yeah.
So we took some of the money. And one of my brothers, he's our financial advisor right now in our life insurance. So he instructed us, let's do business funding. This is the first time we heard this, because remember, we didn't have the money. So we didn't even know. But we knew that we had to become more effective in less time.
Yeah.
So we went out to get the bread.
Right.
So we know that now you can leverage your LLCs to get $25,000 from this bank. Then you get 25 from that bank. You get 25 from this bank. But if you got 2 LLCs, now you get 150,000. So you start to realize, wait a minute, there's a whole game that's being played, and y'all ain't know I was the one being played. I was the one slaving.
Right.
All right. So now, all right, cool. Whatever the case may be, we got a property.
How old were you at this time, though?
This is like 28 or something like that.
28. Okay.
Yeah. This is back like at this time. This is like 2017 when we closed on the deal. Right. So we closed on that deal. I'm still at doing graphics for Netflix and Roku, whatever the case may be. And we're like, all right, cool. I go get the Airbnb now. Now I rent out the Airbnb space. When I rent out the Airbnb space, I'm noticing another hack. I'm becoming more effective in less time. I'm getting paid for selling out a room.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, people used to live in my house for free. Damn, I should have been doing this a minute ago. You understand? So that's how that was. But I got sick at that time when I told you the gastroesophageal reflux. So they told me, they was like, yo, I was like, let me stay at home. This is 2018, the end of 2018. I'm like, let me stay at home. Let me heal up. And then I come back in later because I could work online. Like when I'm in the office, all of my stuff is online. It's not, I don't even have to have meetings. I'm online. My supervisor, whoever, my graphic designer lead, he's over there, right? And we just talk for a minute. Whatever. He said, all right, go home. 3 weeks later, call me back. 4 weeks later, whatever, around that time, they call me back. You got to make a choice, young man. You choose to stay at the office or you got to find a new place. Find a new place. Y'all see me lose over 55 pounds in a month or so. So they're like, yeah. So I said, all right, I got vacation days. He said, yeah. He's like, can I take my vacation days? He said, no problem. I'm thinking they probably thought I was going to take them in all succession, like right after another. Nah. Give me my Monday off, give me a Friday off. Do you know how many vacation days that is, bro? I got wild vacation days, bro. I took every Monday and Friday off. This worked for like almost 3 months.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me now I'm getting paid for 5 days worth of work, only doing 3 days?
Right.
Nah, I'm living. You mean to tell me I got a 4-day weekend? Nah, I'm living, bro. I'm talking about 2-3 months doing this, bro. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm lit. You can't tell me nothing.
Can't
I'm
tell me
becoming
nothing.
more effective in less time. So it was that started the transformation in the mindset. Was like, what else don't I know about? See, because I have what I have because I am who I am, right? You have what you have because you are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
See, you have what you want right now in your life, and you know what you know because of the things that you've discovered, right? So
Right.
basically, you are where you're at in your life because of the things that you know, but you're not where you're at in your life because of the things that you don't know.
Right.
I needed to learn some more. I needed to know some more.
It's a
So
bar.
I seeked out mentorship. I seeked out seminars. I read books. I did all of this self-development. I had apps that was working with me. I was like, nah, I got to get better. But this thing was like fuel to the fire because at the same time, remember, I'm sick. I'm healing. And that was my outlet to be able to like develop my mind. And every time I got a breakthrough, y'all, I used to write it down.
There you go.
I wrote down so many notes from 2017 all the way to 2021 that I had enough for like 5 books. I have over 100 digital assets right now, but this is my flagship book.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So when I put this out, man, this changed the game for me. So that's just to catch y'all up to where I was right after college and all that stuff.
Right.
So now you could kind of pick up with the question if you feel.
Absolutely. I explain to the people what digital assets are.
Digital asset is it's an asset that brings you money, but it's digital. So you could have a digital asset in the form of digital real estate. That's how I like to look at it. If you are online in a digital world, you could be in multiple places at once. See, the key for me is becoming more effective in less time. The way I'm going to do that is I have to have multiple streams of impact. I know we talk about multiple streams of income, but in order to get the income, you got to have the impact. If I'm able to impact this person here on this platform, this person, because I got digital real estate, then I'm more impactful, which means I can make more impact and make more income. So digital asset could be a book, ebook. It can be a podcast. It can be videos. It can be audios. It can be calendars. It can be all sorts of things. I have an app, right? It could be an app. I realized it was important to have an app because we all walk around with what?
Our phones.
Phones.
Yep. And then the app will allow, it will allow the customer to have access to you outside of a social media platform. Right. So it's definitely dope. Another thing you said was sales.
Yeah. I
feel like sales is like one of the number one skills you need as far as business, because a lot of people have these great ideas, but they don't know how to drive revenue in. So I remember I did sales as well, but it was more like door-to-door sales. So I did like the AT&T. Yeah. This was back then. They had like Uverse. I'm not even sure they still have Uverse. But and then just learning how to overcome objections and rebuttals, it kind of does like have a little dopamine effect to it. Getting somebody to say, yeah. And it sounded like you were like the Jordan Belfort of your sales floor. Everybody kind of crowding around and like how you getting them, how you get them to say yeah for the most part. Yep. And that just kind of came from you just having a dope personality, just being able to communicate with a lot of different people. But yeah, you ever had, what was your first job, Jason?
My first job?
Yeah.
Oh man, I worked at Subway.
That was your first job?
That was my first job.
For real?
Yeah, that wasn't my first hustle, but
that was your last job too. No, it wasn't.
No, that wasn't my last job.
It wasn't.
That was my second from last job.
Okay.
But you said something about an app. What kind of app?
It's a transformational app. So it's basically an accountability partner in your pocket.
Accountability partner.
Yeah.
Is it like AI or something?
Yeah. Like, so think about it this way. Like, without accountability, first of all, accountability is discipline and consistency. Like, without discipline and consistency, nothing works. Like, you two wouldn't be as successful as you are without being disciplined and consistent. If you only did shows when you want to do shows, it'd be no show.
Yeah.
Right. So you need that accountability. The accountability for you was probably something like a motivation or why, right? Because if you have a strong enough why, you can overcome almost any how. So you don't worry about how you're going to do it. You just know that you're going to do it, right? So with the app, it's helping you do the things that you don't know you need to do in order to get what you want. It's pushing you past your current limitations. Let's say you got a limitation of creating cash flow. Money might be multiple streams. You might not know how to get multiple streams. You only got one stream. So right now you only got one stream and you feel like you're being challenged. Money is your challenge. So you'll go onto the app and you'll go to like our execution tab and you'll pick like the money. like selection, right? It's a category. You go into the categories, you pick money. Money is my challenge. So when you select money, the app curates all of these programs. And these programs pop up to basically help you change your relationship with money. It shows you how to become a person that is attractive to pull money to you. So that's one of the ways that the apps help. And I absolutely love it because I wish I had that when I was going through.
Yeah.
That's dope. What's the name of it?
It's called Love Plus.
Yeah. All right.
LUHV, and you can put the plus symbol and it'll pop up.
How long you been running this app?
I've been running this app since 2022. That's like almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years.
That one?
Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay, so all right, so look, man. So for you guys, we need accountability. Make sure y'all download the Love app. It's called Love Plus Transformation. This is how it looks. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I'm downloading it now because I have a lot of different things and a lot of different projects, and I always need accountability. I can't call Jason for everything. True. You know what I'm saying? We do a fitness accountability, book accountability, and now we got this accountability app called Love, LUHV. And so for anyone that's tuned in, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share this with a friend. We always want to spread the wealth of knowledge that we have here at Multiple Streams. And man, my brother also brought me a book, man. Let's talk about your book right quick, man. Hold it up for him.
I got you. This is the book that's called Becoming More Effective in Less Time When Good is No Longer Good Enough. And a little bit about this book is that in order to make, let's just say $1 million, you got to become $1 million person, right? Let's just be real here. In order for you to have a better experience in life, you got to become a better person. So the biggest thing is that you won't have enough time to get rich slow. Like when you're talking about multiple streams of income, you won't have enough time to get rich slow. You got to actually understand how to get rich fast. How can you do that? You got to become more effective in less time. So becoming more effective in less time is the primary focus. Now, the primary pathway is strategic partnerships. Okay, so the primary pathway is strategic partnerships. Through strategic partnerships is open up the door for you to have multiple streams of impact that lead to multiple streams of income. But the first thing you got to solve is yourself. Most people say, okay, I want to get to the bag, but if you can't manage $100, you can't manage 100,000. That's just the reality of it. So you got to solve yourself. You got to move past the procrastination. You got to move past the pain of the past. You got to move from the trauma. You got to move on from the negative self-talk. You got to move on from the disbeliefs, and you got to believe in yourself. I know it sounds like some cliche thing, but it's the truth, right? You have to believe in yourself because it's about language. So this book changes your language. Language creates your reality. So if we can change your language, we can change your reality. Now, let me just give you a glimpse of what that means. Language produces a thought. When language produces a thought, it produces a belief. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, either way you take an action. Now, when you take an action, it automatically produces what? A result. And the result is what? Your life.
Your life, yeah.
So if you change your language, you automatically change your life. Just like that.
That's why, and it's why certain things I can't even joke about. Like if it's something that I couldn't even joke about something I couldn't really do in real life because it's like when certain comedians make like weird jokes or whatever, I can't say it because I feel like whatever you say, the universe don't really know if it's a joke or the truth, sarcasm, and you might start attracting something that you're joking about. So if I'm always joking about fat girls, not fat girls. When I say fat, I mean overweight, don't want to work out, don't want to eat right. And I just always joke about fat girls. It seems like that might be the only thing happening in your DMs. Or you might move to a neighborhood, all the hot girls move out, and now all your neighbors some fat chicks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even joke about things that I don't want to become a reality. But I also got something for you, man. I got actually a gift for you. I'm going to sign it once we wrap this up. It's also my book. It's called Navigate the Great, GPS to the Road to Riches. And I use a lot of mindset quotes as well, just like my brother Mindset. And I use a lot of hip hop quotes to kind of just describe the mindset. So one that I use, I give you two of them. So one is you will always miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. It's a quote by Michael Jordan. And I got the world is yours and everything in it is out there. Get on your grind and get it. It's Young Jeezy. So it's pretty much going to tell you, just do what the quote says. So that's what's up, man. Congratulations on your book, man.
Appreciate you. Congratulations to you too, though, King.
Absolutely,
for
man.
Your mindset number one, like, bro, because that's dope.
Yeah, man. When'd you become an author?
I became an author 2000 and I would say this book, this was 2022.
Mhm.
But I became an author before that. I wasn't a published author,
Mhm.
but I've always been writing.
Yeah.
Right. I think I was an author since 8th grade.
Mm.
8th grade. I used to write stories. I used to write poems. I used to do all of that since like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as like officially getting paid to be who I am, yeah, it started in 2022.
You know, those New York guys, they have the great vocabulary. Like you guys will come down here in Georgia and they'll put you guys in reading classes 2 levels above us, and you know, but nah, that's what's up. You know, what I mean, because someone described it as you guys have a lot of different people to talk to, a lot of different cultures and stuff like that. So it's just basically easy to pick up on a lot of different language. But yeah, man, what other books influenced you outside of the book that you wrote? Like, what's some more books that influenced you?
One of the books that I like is just Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, because what it did, it allowed me to realize that life is happening through me and not to me. A lot of people stay at the victim level, right? Because they feel like people are doing things to them. When in actuality, like you said, maybe it's just what I'm tuning into, I'm turning into.
Yeah.
Right? You know, like maybe
You got bars, man.
right? In New York City, you know.
Yeah. Hey, y'all invented bars.
So it's like, okay, what I'm seeing frequently becomes my frequency, right? So understanding all of these different parameters, Joe Dispenza allowed me to change my frequency. So when I start helping me heal with the GERD, helping me heal with all of these things, it now transformed my mind to realize I can create the reality that I truly want. But if I can, you can. Why? Because I'm the star of my movie, but you're the star of your movie.
Oh,
You're
man.
the star of your movie. When we come together, we co-star.
Hey, man. Listen, bro. Like sometimes people ask me why I do some of the things I do. It's kind of like when you watched all these movies, you saw superhero cartoons. Like you never saw yourself as the main character of your movie. You never saw yourself as a superhero of your movie. Like, you know, I got a combination of Spider-Man and Batman in me. Spider-Man with the calisthenics and Batman because, you know, I dress in all black and I like black cars and things of that nature, man. But yeah, man, it's kind of like when people looked up to somebody growing up, right? And it's just like you never tried to be that person or embody any of the things that made them. You know, everybody looked up to Mike, but didn't nobody want to show up to practice. You know, I think I saw another quote. Kobe said, he said, I saw guys come to practice 10 minutes before practice and leave right after. Why the fuck would I pass you the ball?
Wow.
He said, why the fuck would I pass you the ball? And you show up 10 minutes to practice, you leave as soon as, you know, as opposed to staying early, coming early, staying late, and things of that nature. But that's what's up. Give me the author's name again. I haven't heard of that
Joe
author.
Dispenza.
Joe Dispenza?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the name of that book again?
Becoming Supernatural.
Okay, any more you want to shout out?
There's a bunch of them, but you know, I'm gonna say the cliche ones: Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm gonna say one that most people don't talk about, which is my guy Myron Golden from Trash Man to Cash Man. That book was good too because it showed you how to split up the money. It showed you where to where to park the money.
Yeah.
The reality of it is you want to have like 4 different bank accounts, 5 different bank accounts. Most people just got one.
Yeah.
So like that be the detriment. Because now all the things that you want to do is just stuck in one money place. So there's like you pulling out money all over the place, not realizing where it's going. It's like, no wonder why I don't have the cash for X, Y, Z. But if I had principles where this is my self-investment segment or bank account, this is my self-investment bank account, this is my entertainment bank account, this is my savings bank account, then now I know exactly what I could spend.
Profit First. That was a dope book. It's kind of, be honest, it's kind of, as I read that book, it was kind of frustrating, like, man, but I got to face the facts, bro. I got to get my money right, so I got to separate everything. And I'm not going to say I do everything that they do in Profit First, but I had to take notes. But I know we said mentorship early. You have any mentors you want to just kind of shout out? Anyone you work with or, you know, anything like that had an impact on you? I
wanted to shout out my guy, Larry Pearson at the Landmark Academy, because he was the first person that really allowed me to take my life from something to nothing. So the place of nothingness is where you can create. Like it's the flow state.
Right.
So when you get to the space of nothingness, that's how you can add so much into it. Like
you ain't got nothing going on.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever wonder why you might get writer's block or why you can't think of something? Or let's just put it in a term that everybody can understand. If your room ain't clean, and you got a bunch of stuff hanging in your room, do you even want to hang in your room?
No.
If you got a bunch of stuff in your room, do you feel peaceful in your room?
No.
If you got a bunch of boxes that you got to step over, you got toys, you got clothes, you got all these different things, then do you even want to be in your house?
No. Clutter creates stress, and it's like you're not gonna be able to get the best out of your mind and you whatever you're trying to create if you going through clutter and you stepping over toys and things of that nature. Nah, that's what's up.
Nah,
for real, man. You know, you gonna that's what's up.
So I'm gonna add to that real quick because that's part of the app too, right? So we have clarity challenge on the app. So what we do is we have you clear out things in your life. Like, let's just be real here, y'all. Most of us need to clean out our cars. We need to go straighten up the little drawer that we got all the stuff scattered in. We need to make sure.
Man,
Come
I
on.
gotta do it.
Come on.
I gotta do it. He talking to me.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta go fix that closet up, make sure it's working. Like, and those are the things that we need because we don't realize that slows us down, but it does because
It does.
every time we see it, we avoid it. So we create this habit. Like, the quality of our lives can be found through our habits. If you got bad habits, you're gonna have a bad quality of life. So if I'm always creating a habit to have avoidance behavior, I'm going to avoid the task that's going to allow me to get to where I want to be. I'm going to have what we call resistance, right? Now, if I'm always training myself to be swiping through, multitasking, then I'm training myself to be distracted. So I can't focus. I can't fulfill my obligations consistently until successful because I am distracted. So most people can't get multiple streams because you're distracted. The issue is you're being distracted for something that is not in your alignment with your assignment. Let me tell you something. Now, if you get one income for one person, one employee, that's enough for one person. And then you take that one income and you go home and you split it up with 2, 3, 4 people because you got kids, you got a significant other. No wonder why you can't find the money. You are distracted. And multiple streams of income is how you start to pay more attention. So when you talk about the book Profit, when I'm talking about putting out the categories in your bank account to understand where your money flows, this is what is going to allow you to no longer be distracted, but to be attractive. Success is something you attract by the person you become. You got to be an attractive person. You understand?
Yeah.
So, like, are we cooking right now or what?
You cooking?
We in the kitchen. We
Okay,
damn sure
come
in the
on,
kitchen.
let's cook it up. Let's cook it
Hey.
up.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's what's up, bro. And how you look is how you feel, and that's how you attract. Before I pulled up here, man, I searched every barbershop on the west side until I found one that was open. Because I didn't want to disrespect this man. I know he was gonna come fresh. I see him on Instagram. And I was like, I gotta at least do my part and get a haircut, man. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I gotta attract these views and
Nah, I appreciate you. I appreciate
you know,
you.
I ain't gonna just half step them just because, just because we cool. I ain't gonna half step my friend now, Nah, that's what's up, man. We in the kitchen, we cooking, man. And you are what you attract what you are for the most part. So if you keep seeing you are some of the 5 people you hang around the most. And, if you see yourself always finding yourself dating this type of person or bumping into that type of person, you are what you attract, and you just got to watch the signals and the vibrations that you put out. And, once your mindset, focuses on putting out positive energy and vibrations, you see more positive people and things of that nature, man. So that's what's up. I know you said habits. You have a morning routine you live by?
Yeah. You win the day in the first 30 minutes of the day. Right. And the way that you win the day in the first 30 minutes of the day, you want to do a few things. You want to do something called meditation, and you want to do segment intending, right? So meditation is just a method to be still so that way you can actually breathe, feel yourself, understand that everything around you is happening through you instead of happening to you. Then you could go out there and create what you want because you're at this theta frequency, right? The theta brainwave state is a good frequency to operate because you start to manifest faster. When you add it with the segment intending, what happens is, okay, cool, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna do that for 10 minutes. You start segmenting what is going to happen for the day. And then guess what? It happens. The reason why that's so profound is because everything that is created starts where?
Within the mind?
Within the mind first.
Mm-hmm.
The mics, the books, the headphones, the water, all of this stuff is created in somebody's mind first, which means that this is the actual real world.
Right.
This is it right here.
Yeah.
That's why the greatest tool in the world is a mind, but the most powerful tool in the world is a made-up mind. So if you're segment intending, then you're making up your mind. And then when you're making up your mind, it's going to feel good. Let me just ask y'all a quick question so you can understand what I'm saying. How do you feel when you make up your bed?
I feel relieved.
Feel good because
Feel
you made up
accomplished.
your mind.
Yeah.
You said, okay, I'm gonna make sure I do this because what it is success.
Yep.
Success is an intention fulfilled.
Mhm.
That's all it is. So
Yep.
when you look at your bed being messy, like, damn, this is a mess. I want to make sure I clean this up. So you go and clean it up.
Yep.
And now when you clean it up, you're like, yeah, I did that.
Yep.
So you gotta start celebrating yourself.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You do something around the house, you do something. I did that. And when you start celebrating yourself, that takes it to another level. So meditation is a form of celebrating yourself.
Mhm.
Segment intending is a form of celebrating yourself. Why? Because you're doing it ahead of time. You're saying, I'm going to be successful in this next step. I'm going to be successful throughout my day. And then what happens is you be successful throughout the day. Right? You had mentioned something, right? And you talked about relationship real fast. The way to change your relationship with your finances is to change your relationship with other people. See, if you're a person that has messy finances, typically you have a messy relationship with other people. Now, let's just break it down real fast. So let's just say there's a guy. There's a guy, he's just messy. Maybe he got a little money. Talk about the average guy. But he really wants to be with this woman. He want to be with that woman, but he can't really juggle them too much. He's not good at it. He's just mismanaging it. He's most likely mismanaging his money, right? He's probably spending his money here. He's probably spending his money there. And that's what's causing him to feel like he can't manage them. But a high level guy who actually has the money, he can manage the woman, right?
Right.
A woman is more likely to stick around the high level guy when she knows that he has other women, right? Because he manages the money well, which means that he manages the relationship well. Because the way you do one thing is almost the way you do everything.
I was going to say that too. Yes, sir.
So here's the other part about it that fits in with the multiple streams. Like most people think that they're supposed to get one income. You get what I'm saying? So they think they're supposed to work for one person. So if you are the person where you think that you're supposed to also be with one person, we are meant to be with multiple people. I know some ladies, y'all gonna look at that and immediately say no. But let me ask y'all real fast. Are you meant to be with multiple people?
I believe so. Even not just women, you know what I'm saying? Just with everybody in general, people in general.
Right. But you see how easy of an answer that was? Yeah. But people complicate it, right? Yeah. The things that are simple in life, we complicate. We just make things difficult. Yeah. So now what I'm saying when it comes to the person, like let's say a woman who believes that you're supposed to be with only one person.
Right.
Most likely she has one job.
Right.
And she's with that one job and she has to pay for her hair. She has to pay for her nails. She has to pay for her apartment. She has to pay for food. She maybe got to give some to her family because her family need help. And then now that's why she want the man to pay for everything.
Right.
You see that? Yeah. Now she has a messy relationship because she got a messy finances. You get what I'm saying? She got a messy life now, right?
Yes, sir.
And then she pull you into her world. Now y'all both got a messy life, right? And you're mad at her because of that situation, right?
Right.
Let's clear that up now. You're supposed to be with multiple people. That's why you should be an entrepreneur so you can have multiple streams of income. So that way when you have multiple streams of income, you got the income because you got the impact. So you're not worried about a guy paying your bills. You're not worried about your nails. You're not worried about getting your hair done because all of it's covered. Why? Because it paid for itself because you created multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams by any means, man.
Multiple streams by any means. Go ahead. I know you want to continue with the question.
Nah, yeah. All right. So now that we own it, man. I see that relationships have a big impact on, your success as an entrepreneurship. Can you talk about different things that, that go into that subject matter?
Right. One of the things that I want everybody to realize is that everybody works for you. Do you believe that everybody works for you?
Yeah.
In somewhat way.
Yeah, in some way.
Don't say somewhat, some way. Just say everybody works for you.
Yeah, everybody works for me.
All right, cool. And everybody works for you. But do you know the flip side to it? You work for everybody.
Of course.
That's the hack. Because when you realize that, you start to work higher instead of working harder. See, the reason why people work harder is because they think they got to do it by themselves. The reason why people are fearful because they think they got to do it by themselves. The reason why people don't attempt to go out to do the thing because they share their big dreams with small minds and they feel like they got to do it by themselves. I should walk out, right? But I'm not. So the hack is understanding that strategic partnerships are a must. This is not even a joke. We're not even playing. Like, you want multiple streams by any means, you got to have strategic partnerships. You two already know that. Y'all said, bro, we locked in, but I need a commitment from you. See, love is a contract. Business is a contract. Money is a contract. See, understanding when you violate the contract, you lose the deal. Most people violate the contract of money, so they lose the deal with money.
Yeah.
What is the money? What's the purpose of money?
The purpose of money is to be a tool and a resource to pretty much fuel your needs, your wants, and your desires.
Right. But let's simplify it, because remember, we make things difficult. Money is a tool used to create more money.
Yeah.
But if you take the money and you spend it in places that does not yield back money, you're misusing the money and you lose the deal.
Yeah,
so now you don't get more money.
You disrespecting the laws, one of the laws of money.
Right. But if I take the money and I put it in places that would give me back money, don't I win more money? Don't I win a contract of getting more money? And by me making more money, it doesn't mean I'm necessarily happier. But let's just be real here now. And when you see them checks coming in, you be hitting that smile button. You be over here cheesing up because something about the money, because you know what you could do with the money. Like when you are working a 9 to 5, you are selfish.
Right.
When you are staying with one stream of income, you are selfish. I had to realize that was me. That's why I used to go in the bathroom. I used to cry, bro. I used to be in the mirror I'm doing graphics for Netflix and Roku, but I'm crying in the bathroom because I know that my impact could be bigger and I'm playing small like Minnie Mouse. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, we pretty much, it's bigger than us. You got to do something that's bigger than you sometimes for the most part. That's what's up, man.
So I had to step outside of that. And I said, anybody would love to have my job, but good is no longer good enough for me. I need to be great now. I have to work with my team. I have to build a team. I have to work with the people around me. I have to have better communication skills. I love what you said earlier with selling. Selling is your first business.
Yes.
The first person you must learn to sell is who?
Yourself.
Yourself. Because if you don't sell yourself, how could you ever sell anyone?
Yeah, you're not even convincing yourself that you're capable of doing whatever you set out to do.
Right. And that's why I said, like, when we mismanage the money, when we operate in these ways, we lose the deal, because all the money that you want to create is where? No, for real. Like, tell me, where's that? Like, all the physical money that you want to collect from is where?
From your customer.
It's in other people's pockets.
Yeah, it's other people's
pockets. It's just the reality of it. It's in other people's pocket. It's not a shady thing. It can sound shady, but that comes from perspective. Yeah. Perspective shapes your direction. I'm not being funny and I'm not being shady. I'm being actual. Like, all the money that you want comes from other people's pockets.
Right.
You can't take the money from your pocket, pay yourself, put it back in your pocket, take it out your pocket, pay for something else, and think that you're going to have money.
Nah, you can't. You can't.
So we don't pay ourselves. So let's eliminate that myth. You don't pay yourself. And when you talk about not working for anybody, you need to work for everybody in your target audience. So now that we understand that, right? Cool. So when we understand, like, all right, if you are getting paid by other people, all the money that you want is other people's pockets, what does that make your money? Your money belongs to somebody else. But it's your job to figure out who to give it to. Because if you put it in the hands of somebody who's going to mismanage your money, you're not going to get it back. This is why multiple streams by any means is very important.
Very.
So all the impact that you want to make, but before I even move on that, so if all the money that you want to make is in other people's pockets, then you have to find a way to add value. This book, I could tell by the cover, is valuable. I already know. I'm going to love to see that book. I'm going to read that book because it's valuable. 100%. Can you just show them one more time?
Yeah, man. Navigate the Great, GPS to the Road to Riches. You can purchase both our books on Amazon. Tell them where to find you at, man. Make sure you shout your Instagram out.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. It's at Mindset Mogul Crew. So it's MindsetMogulCru, and that's on all platforms, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, YouTube. That's where you'll be able to find me. Otherwise, you find me on the Love Plus app. Before we segue to the next question, you got to find a way to provide that value if you want to extrapolate the money, right? All the impact that you want to make is in somebody else's heart. So you got to find a way to be genuine, sincere, and you got to find a way to connect.
Yeah. Ooh,
right?
That's dope.
And when I thought about those things, it made me realize the common denominator is other people. Damn. All the potential that I'm going to actualize is going to come from other people. I need you.
Right.
You two are part of my journey. You probably will never forget this. I'm probably one of your best interviewees. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you good.
Let's just be
you
real.
got a lot of personality now. I'm not gonna I'm be honest now.
But that's coming from you all. Like, I feel comfortable enough to be me. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Y'all
Yeah.
giving me that good energy. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
comfortable to be myself with y'all. So that's dope. But I want everybody to be comfortable to be themselves no matter what. You got to be the thermostat, not the thermometer. You got to set the temperature of the room.
You spitting, bro. You got a lot of bars, man. Yeah, man. Hey, New York, man. They got bars, bro. I think they invented bars.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the first person to say bars was one of those cool New York guys, man. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, you got a lot of wisdom, man. And one thing I like that you said was basically money is used to make more money. So like part of my morning routine, like right after I jump up for meditating, I write down like gratitude and affirmations. And one of them is every dollar I spend will come back to me 10x. You know, so that's one of my affirmations for anyone that just curious on how the mind works. And I want people to adopt some of the habits that I have, because I feel like he said, your habits is going to determine whether you win or lose for the most part.
Can you say it again just so they can pick it up one more time?
Yeah, man, your habits will pretty much determine whether you will win or lose. One of my affirmations I write down every single morning is every dollar that I spend will come back to me 10x. You know, every dollar that I spend or invest will come back to me 10x. And every dollar that I lose will come back to me 10x for the most part.
One of the things that he said that I just want to make sure y'all get is that, because he didn't say it, but I feel it. You might not feel it because you're not here. I can feel his energy. He believes it. You got to believe it. When you feel, you make it real. That goes for both sides. It's why when people go, I knew that was going to happen negative. Yeah, because you manifested that into the world with your feeling. You so stuck on the negative that you forgot that you could be positive.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's not even about being positive. Positive is a result. You want to be optimistic. It's either going to work. Oh, damn, I'm going to figure out a way to make this work. Did you hear what he said? Look, every dollar that I spend is going to come back to me.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
What? Come on, bro.
Guaranteed.
You're a legend. Just off that, you're a legend.
I tell them all the time.
Shade, man. All right, man. So I know you do a lot with commercial real estate, right?
Yeah.
What all you do involved in commercial real estate?
I'm just an investor. Like I have a team of people who evaluate deals. One of my brothers, he's like the lead guy when it comes to self-storage facilities. This is his thing right here, right? Like he put us on. He was like, yo, bro, I think we could become more effective in less time if we get a self-storage facility. I say, I like that. I said, but what can we do with it? Because we got this formula, right? The formula is renovate, innovate, collaborate. Every big company has used this, right? Renovate, innovate, collaborate. When you talk about Netflix, they renovate, innovate, collaborate. You talk about Amazon, renovate, innovate, collaborate. You talk about YouTube, renovate, innovate, collaborate. So let's just break it down real quick. Which industry did Netflix renovate, innovate, collaborate?
Blockbusters, so the home movie industry,
right? Home movie industry, right? Movies and movie theater, whatever, right?
Yeah, movie theater, yeah.
So what did they do as a renovation? First of all, you do not have to reinvent the wheel, y'all. You just got to renovate what's already working. That's what's the roadmap. The roadmap is already showing you what's working. Just put your own twist and spins on it. That's what's happening right now. So Netflix said, okay, this Blockbuster thing is dope, but let me find the problem in it. What was one of the problems? The problem is you got to rent one movie at a time or multiple movies at a time. Each movie, you got to pay for each movie when you rent them, right? You got to bring it back at a certain time. If you don't, you get some money taxed, right? On top of it, you got to rewind the VCR thing. I think somebody told me, it's like, you got to rewind that joint back, because I don't know about that. I never read it from it. I just know the model. So it's like, you got to rewind the tape back and then bring it in, or whatever. They got a DVD. That's cool. You could just bring a DVD in. But they said, let's bring the movies to you. You ain't gotta go nowhere. And on top of it, instead of you paying for each movie, let's make you get all the movies for one low rate. What? Everybody and their mama got Netflix. You get what I'm saying? So all right, cool. So they innovated. What did they do for the innovation process of the Blockbuster model? So what they did was, they said they put their own twist on it. When they put their own twist on it, they allow people to basically, I guess I said that part already. So the innovation part was the fact that they had a subscription app, basically, right? That's basically the innovation part, is that Blockbuster didn't have an app. Like, you had to actually physically go to get the thing. But the innovation was they had an app, so they brought it to you in the form of, you can watch your own profiles, you can like know what you watched, you can leave it, pause it, come back to it, like on demand. They changed the movies to on demand when you want to. The collaboration part, though, because Blockbuster, they had contracts with big brands, Pixar, Paramount, Lionsgate, all of these big brands.
Yep.
Netflix said, I'm taking a person who making movies on YouTube.
Right.
So they start creating stars like that.
Snow on the Bluff.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like people who making home movies. So
Right.
they blowing that up. Like how Tubi took the model, Tubi see the model. Tubi said, I know what's going on, I get that.
Right.
So now, this is before Netflix. Netflix didn't even have their own company to shoot films, and they got it now, but they didn't have that.
Right.
So they was more effective in less time because they worked with strategic partners, people who were already doing the thing that they wanted to do. That's it. That's how fast it is. So let's think about another company real quick, and I'm gonna get back to the storage facilities. So Uber is the same thing, but I'm showing you how they create multiple streams of income. But I'm not speaking about. I'm just showing you.
Yeah.
Right. So Uber is the same thing. Uber does not own any cars. Well, at the time when it was conceived, they didn't own any cars. They didn't own any real estate. None of that. Now they got real estate and all that stuff. But what was the industry that they renovated?
Cab, the taxi
cab, right? Because how many of y'all call up taxi cab? They know that they coming to the hood. They don't come. They don't say, yo, bro,
I'm not calling no taxi, bro. Right. That's a New York thing.
It's a New York thing.
Yeah, I got the.
We used to get on the phone because they got to bring the black limousines to us, right? So yo, they be like, Poppy, you got a cab, coming in 5 minutos, 5 minutos, 5 minutos. Like, all right, cool, you call them up.
They handle you business cards, one of your mom's companies.
Yeah. You know, so they innovated the process because it was a lot of miscommunication.
Yeah.
With the renovation process, they said, let me actually make the app part, right? But let me bring it to you so that way you know who's picking you up. And there was other crime part with the other side of it where you get into one of those cabs, you took somebody from the hood and they jump out on you and they don't pay you. Yeah. So now for the protection of the driver now sees who they pick up now.
Right.
They don't have to worry about exchanging money. It's automatic now. So that was a renovation thing that everybody loved. And you could call it on the spot. And you can see when it's coming. That's the innovation. They done changed the game on us. They innovated the whole space of calling a taxi. Now you got a personal driver in your phone levels. At first it was a flex. At first you had Uber as a flex. Like, why you get in a car? No, I got Uber. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting down on the Uber.
Right, I'm in an Uber. And it was black cars only at that time. It was black cars only when it first came out. It was black cars only. And then they let everybody come in. But then they collaborated. Who did they collaborate with? Not professional drivers. Yeah. Not people who had to physically go get the TCL license.
Public transportation, airports, things of that nature.
No, that's later. That's like the upsell. That's the bigger part. The original part. The original part is the everyday person.
The everyday
Mom
person.
And pop, whoever want an extra side of hustle, extra couple dollars.
Whoever got a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever got a car.
Yeah, whoever got a car.
So all the other stuff came later where they partner up with like Amazon, they partner up with American Express, they partner up with all the other companies to make a bigger bag. That's what I would teach in my mentorship. I'm not going to give them to them right now, but I'm going to just tell you what the plan is. Renovate, innovate, collaborate. So now you understand that. We did the same thing with the self-storage facilities. When you think about self-storage, you think about just putting your stuff in storage. Not us. We think about multiple streams by any means.
And when I think about it, I got a buddy of mine, he flips storage units. So we buying the storage units, we flipping them. But I want to hear what you guys are doing with these storage units.
And then tell me afterwards what y'all doing.
Okay.
So with the same thing, we renovate, innovate, collaborate. So what you think we did? How do you think we renovated the process of a storage facility?
Yeah, I did something to automate it. Y'all got technology involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Automate it. First of all, you update the whole system. You make it all automation. You put keypads in. You don't have any more keys. You don't worry about somebody waiting there. It's all automated. That's number one. Number two, how did we innovate the space? Podcast studios inside the bigger ones. Okay. Amazon drop centers. Oh, people do Toro. But how many y'all want to park your cars on my lot? Okay, y'all need a safe space with cameras. Ooh. So now, you know what I'm saying? So now you start the upstream. Now you get multiple streams by any means. Like, oh, damn, it's lit. So not only that, what else we buy? We put a store in there, right? Because people come in there, they need to have package supplies. They need to have the tape. They need to have the boxes. So now we racking up on that. Not only just
smart.
Come on, keep
it
going.
That's the thing about New York, bro. They be ahead, bro. They be smart, bro. I love it.
That's us now.
Yeah.
We partners now.
Yeah,
so
we good.
Renovate, innovate, collaborate. So
yeah.
Who did we collaborate with? We collaborate with the everyday person. And we letting you know straight up top, like, The thing about this that's so good from residential real estate is that there's no toilets, tenants, and trash you got to worry about.
Right. Ooh.
And I don't have to fight you to get you evicted if you ain't paying your rent. Pay your rent. So the thing is, one of the things too about that is you can upsell. So depending on demand, you can raise the price of the units. So you just raise the price of the units like $10, but you got 85 units. How much money did you just create?
Yeah, you just created some money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're already adding a lot of value on that. And the truth of the matter is, you got to be able to become more effective in less time. You can't work harder, you got to work higher. You can't do it by yourself, you got to work with other people.
Yep.
So there's this 4 levels of business, and you could use this model on anyone.
Okay.
So even the Renovate, Innovate, Collaborate, and you look at Amazon, Netflix, and Uber, all of them, they all use this, and they all understand the models. So it's understanding principles, because principles work for you if you work with principles. Principles work against you if you work against principles. It's just that simple. But we're trained to work. We train to go against things that are for us, and we're trained to go for things that's against us, right? We listen to a lot of negative music. We listen to a lot of, we watch a lot of crime on TV. Like there's movies and nothing but shooting and killing, but then we have heartbreak over here when somebody happens in real life. But we're not realizing what King said when he said, whatever I'm seeing in my daily life, I'm gonna manifest it, right? So cool.
Of course.
Right. So we see and we listen to all of this murder and all, we dance to people's murder songs. Like, and that's, wow. So I stopped listening to that stuff. Right. So understanding you got to become a better you. So there's 4 levels of business. The highest level of business is the creator level. It's the imagination level, using your imagination.
Right.
When I ask you, when I say the word cat, what popped up in your mind?
You said what word?
Cat.
You said what? Animal? A feline?
Yeah.
When I say podcast, what pops up in your mind?
Multiple Streams podcast.
But does the words pop up or the vision pops up?
The vision.
The image, right?
Yeah.
So image is the highest level of the value. So you got to operate in imagery because that's how we naturally operate. But most people are operating through words, through tasks, through words, computer, like administration jobs.
Yeah.
You at the bottom of the totem pole. You're feeling struggle. You're out of alignment already because you're doing something that's not in your nature. You got to work with imagery, right? So, all right, cool. The highest level of value is the imaginational level. This is the level that you get paid the most. Impact. I said impact. You get paid attention. Attention is currency. Most people are just now realizing that, but it's always been that, right? So impact, you get paid in impact. You get the most impact. You get the most income. And this is the other beautiful part about it. You only spend 20% of your time working, and you get 80% of your time to enjoy your life. Now, on the flip side, the lowest level is the implementation level. That's the person who was driving Uber, the person who made Uber sitting on the island. The person who driving Uber might be struggling, but they might also be chilling. I know you probably making a killing with your Ubers, right? Cool, but you're doing a great thing with Uber. I don't want to say making a killing. You're doing a great thing with Uber.
You supplementing.
Right? Yeah. You doing your thing.
Yeah, you supplementing.
But the issue with being an implementer is that you make the least amount of impact. You make the least amount of income. You're overworked and you're underpaid. That's what you feel. You spend 80% of your time working and you only spend 20% of your time enjoying your life. So you work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, and you only get to spend 1.5 days, which is 20%. And if you have a significant other, you slice that in half, you only got 10% for yourself. If you have children, you slice that in half, you only got 5%. No wonder why you might be stressed. You need multiple streams of income. You need multiple streams by any means.
Yeah.
Right? You need this. That's why I say you two are amazing, because what you're doing is you're breaking free from the chains of somebody's negativity, right? You're being the key to somebody's bondage. And you two are going to go down as legends throughout the history of time, because what you did is you allowed yourself to be stuck in time forever. Because you realize you're an unlimited source.
I like that.
You record yourself on both video and audio. You could sell both.
Yep.
Sell both. Do you have an audio for that?
Yep.
Sell it.
Yeah, we on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We out there, man. Multiple streams by any means.
No, do you have audio for this?
Oh, I'm developing it right now, literally.
okay, good.
Yeah, I'm in the process. I'm developing that literally right now. I got a buddy of mine. He was a Spanish teacher, but he's going through something right now, like administrative leave. I'm not sure what for, but it's all a good situation. So now he got more time in his hands to focus on his other streams of income, and he was gonna take this on as a project because he knows that I need a partner and I can't do it by myself because I don't always have the time in order to do it, or I haven't found the time yet to do it. So I got a buddy of mine working on that, and he's gonna put a Spanish version as well, just because so he can use the Spanish. Yeah,
Another stream.
yeah, man, absolutely.
Do a Chinese version too, and then now keep going with the languages because now that's multiple streams. You just gave me the idea to make multiple language. Yo,
Yeah, in your book
Stop
too.
playing.
Yeah,
Stop
go right.
playing,
Yeah.
man.
And then AI can take care of that.
take care of that.
Spanish courses, we with all the smoke
Right. Becoming more effective in less time.
in less
baby.
time, man. Serving more people, man. You ever heard of the show Super Pump, The Battle for Uber?
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's a Netflix special about Uber, and I'm one of those people that's I like those movies about startups, like Wolf of Wall Street, those type of movies, movies where like the Social Network with the Zuckerberg film. I like stuff like that to see how the energy really was, and it's just kind of showing the battle for Uber, like how the cab drivers tried to come up with a union to sue him, and he faced all these type of lawsuits and things of that nature, and just him struggling, trying to raise money and do all these venture capitalist moves. So I don't watch a lot of TV. If anything, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to multiple streams and get that in your life. But if you want to check out a good TV show, Super Pumped, it's actually the battle for Uber. And just because we're talking about innovation and all these companies, I wanted to mention that.
I love that because we have to have, like, if we're gonna watch entertainment, let it entertain us and educate us. Right. This is a form of entertainment, but the reason why I love this is because we're educating everybody. You two are allowing people to really see what's possible.
Right.
And I love that. You gotta snap it up, clap it up for yourselves.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man.
Multiple streams by any means, baby.
Absolutely, man. All right, so I know we was talking about Netflix as well. So I know one thing I want to say about Blockbuster, they definitely saw Netflix coming. They saw what was going on in the marketplace, and they failed to adjust. So you don't want to be one of those people that's stuck in their old ways and don't want to think innovatively, like my brother said, because you can get wiped out, man. And as far as competition, but going back what you said about the storage units, so in the past I purchased storage units. Whenever people are paying for these storage units, it come a time where I just kind of get tired of paying for the storage units on a monthly basis. I know I've given up storage units in the past, and what had happened is, basically you end up basically being able to bid on these storage auctions once the company says, okay, they're not going to pay for it. We went through the process as far as the time limits and things of that nature. And so I got a buddy that's pretty much what he does full time. His name is D Mathis. Actually has a book as well. I'll leave a link in the chat in the description. But yeah, that's what he does as well. So how did you guys get into the storage unit thing? Do you buy the land, you lease the land? How does that, how you guys get into it?
We don't really buy the land, but that's something that we were looking to do, but we don't buy the land. We just purchased the actual business.
Okay. That's
so
smart.
When you think about it, self-storage, you're purchasing a business.
Yeah,
it's
smart.
already operated. It's already running. Yeah, we might have to bring our own team in there to make sure they do the thing, but it's already a business. We check the P&Ls, and you understand, okay, if it's a deal that works for us, but we have a software where we automate the process of vetting out who's possible. We used to just get on the phones and just call people up, but that took too much of our time. We only want to do things that we got to become more effective in less time. I told y'all that's what we're going to keep saying. We're going to keep showing you how we're doing it.
Bro. That's the theme of this episode. That's the theme.
100%. So we have a system. We have an automated system that basically utilizes VAs and AI technology to make sure that we can call people who have storage facilities, but also who are at the age where they can sell. You get what I mean? Because
of course.
Now at a certain age, people are like, yo, I'm ready to liquidate all my assets. I'm ready to retire from the game. I'm ready to cash my chips in because guess what? I done put the work in, and now who wants it? But who's better to sell it to than young men who are looking to get a big break in this America? And you sit down, you have a relationship with these people. That's the biggest thing. People sell to people that they like.
Yeah.
You just can't get on the phone. Hey, what's up? And sell me your plate. Nah, they want this. That
it's
baby.
Personal. Yeah, it's personal, bro. Like they don't. Yeah, especially just like in residential real estate. Like me and him, we do a lot of we've done a lot of wholesale in the past, and we partner with like a lot of hedge fund companies. But as far as the OPM, other people's money, And yeah, man, people don't want to just sell to anybody, bro. Like if you don't sound like their grandson or something like that, they'd rather sell it to their grandson, even if he's spending less money on the property and he want to close in a longer amount of time, being less effective and in less time. Or,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Being less effective and spending more time. They'd rather do that with someone they know, like, and trust, as opposed to just some cool black guy that hops on the phone, interested in nothing but the numbers for the most part.
Like you said, it's all about relationship. That's the only way we was able to get them deals. Just get them relationships done. Be likable, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Likeable and relatable and trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's really the vibes. And the thing is, this is another hack for y'all. If you build a community, you could hire the people in the community.
Yeah.
People like somebody would do it for free. So we had one of our best students who could evaluate the deals, close on the deal. Right. So she's calling up these sellers and she's getting in touch with them and she has this deal. She's like, yo, what y'all want to do is 3 of them things. Pull the trigger on it. She's like, all right, cool. But her whole motivation was, bro, if she got the deal, she got equity.
Right.
So you get them to work for you for free and you pay them out through the equity.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it ain't, some people get caught up on, yo, I don't got the money to pay the person right now. You thinking too far ahead, brother. You thinking too far ahead, queen. Once you just understand, you just got to find people who are already motivated to do the thing that you are looking for them to do. And guess what? When y'all break bread, everybody wins.
Yeah.
So that was one of the other hacks that was like, yo, that's what got us a couple of extra stores.
Nah, exactly, bro. Nah, it's just like one of our buddies. He does like a lot of. He actually does the Tubi movies. His name is John Claude. Actually has a movie premiere a couple of days. Sunday. Okay.
Dang, I wish I was here for that.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be in Macon. I gotta drive.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So like, but what I was saying is when he puts his film together, that's how he does his actors. He says, okay, we're gonna put this together. I'm gonna make you a star, and I'm gonna pay you on equity. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's he'll get the whole, like, he from Macon, Georgia, and he'll get like the whole city to come be a part of it. And the main actors, he'll promise them like a major role and some equity. You know what I'm saying? And he'll probably pay him like something just to show up, but for the most part, he'll do that to make his projects like much bigger. But I want to get on the drip check, man. I see you got to see the outfit, man. I'm digging the drip, man. Mogul lifestyle.
Appreciate it.
It's a lifestyle thing, man. So you sell merch too?
No.
Oh, you don't sell merch?
I just make it for me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my mom, bro. She started this, right? She used to have all custom clothes. She used to get me dripped out in the Louis, like custom, like damn. So my brothers and I used to be like, yo, we fly. We was fly children. But when she passed away, we got to get it on our own now.
Yeah,
my brothers, he used to just rack up on products. Me, I just went to I don't really care about the brands. But once you start making some more cash flow, it's like, I don't need the other brands. Like, I don't need this brand. No disrespect. I like the hat. Hat dope. Fire as heck. Yeah. But I like this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And when it's something about your own clothes, you have a little more attachment to it, right? And it's something that it's like you should wear your own name.
Mm-hmm.
Because do you get paid to wear the other brands?
Nah, you don't. I haven't. You know, I'm pretty sure they would. It's actually my cousin's brand. Shop 4X Richer. You need 4 streams of income if you want to get rich. You know, approximately 4 streams of income. It's actually my cousin, so me and him gonna work out an equity situation where I help him, scale on different, website platforms. And, we're going to work out an equity deal, man. So my head's getting pretty cold, so I'm going to put this hat on.
Yo, y'all got more? I'm gonna get one from you.
I'm going to holler at my cousin.
Yeah.
When you leave?
Saturday.
Okay, I'm going to holler at my cousin, man.
I'm going to definitely support so I can rock that too. That's the thing right there, right? Understanding that if I'm wearing Nike not paying me, but Nike understands that everybody works for them.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes this ain't a shot to you, Nike. I'm just saying that sometimes, like, hey, because people chose to do it, right? So I got it. I got you. They paid. You got the merch. Cool. I got you. But Nike understands already. Everybody works for me.
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody works for me, what are we doing with the Nike clothes? What are we doing with Timberland boots? What are we doing with the clothes? We're advertising for free.
Yeah, we advertise for free.
But this is the day and age that you can get paid with multiple streams by any means.
Mm-hmm.
So why not wear something that you're gonna get paid for? That's what you see Fashion Nova, right? Like, come on,
Right.
let's be real here. Fashion Nova got all the girls getting paid off. Yo, and my link is down in the bio. Go ahead and get this Fashion Nova suit, it's snatching my body up. Like, but why can't you as a dude get paid too? Right?
Right.
So I wear my own, not get paid from that. Why? Because people perceive me at a higher value now. Because I'm not wearing clothes that they could actually have access to. So people be like, yo, can I get that? Can I get that? Yo, honestly, bro, I got my own sneakers, right? Through this partnership.
Okay.
So I'm wearing the sneakers.
He a
They
beast,
like,
bro.
yo, I'm wearing the sneakers, bro. They like, yo, whose sneakers are those? That's fire. I never seen those. Like, nah, I got a partnership. That's yours? Yeah. How much you sell them for? Bro, I don't sell my sneakers. I don't sell none of my
They
clothes.
hate it.
Yeah, it was like, yo, bro, if you show that to me right now, I'll buy it. What? How much? 200, easy. All right, y'all, but get you a pair tomorrow, bro. I got you tomorrow, bro. Don't worry. You don't need to pay me 200. Give me 150 for it. We good. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about like going into it, but I did make a couple of sales off of those things because when you're a high value person, people value you. That's why I said, let me get that off you because you're a high value person. And so you represent your cousin.
Man.
Like, yo, I want to support your cousin too, indirectly, but through you. Like, I want to support everybody. Like, let me
Yeah,
get
man. That's how I am, man.
Let me get that, bro. Give me that one.
Okay.
When I leave, let me get that one.
Okay.
you gonna be tight, right? Like, nah, I can't get this.
I mean, hey, man, you know, we having a good conversation, man. So I feel like, man, we can swap hats, man.
Yo, bro.
I ain't gonna do you like that,
bro. Why you want to do me dirty like
nah,
that,
I'm just
bro?
playing, man.
Damn.
I ain't gonna do you like that, my brother. Now, any closing statements, man, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, real quick. We got a 3-day summit. A 3-day summit called Manifest Millions Summit, where we're going to show you how to turn your annual salary into monthly income. So I got something called the Foundational 5. You want to be able to have an anchor. What's your anchor? Let's just say your anchor is podcast. Let's say you talk to people. Let's say you charge $1,000 for people to come to your podcast because you can help them market to other people that can potentially get into their business. That's your anchor. Your anchor is your podcast. So now let's say you need to upsell to your anchor. Any artist or any person who comes as a guest that comes to speak in a podcast, they might want other perks. So you want to be able to upsell them to different things, right? So now the upsell could be a digital marketing course or digital marketing platform that shows them actually how to get out in front of more people to reach the audience that they truly want. A digital audience niche matcher, maybe something like that, right? Maybe you charge $1,000 too, but let's just say you have 5 guests. Let's say you have 5 guests that came in. 5 guests and they all paid $1,000. How much do we have? 5,000. Let's say they all wanted the marketing upsell. Let's say you charge another $1,000 for that, right? Or maybe let's say you charge $2,000 because you know that they can have it for the entirety of their lives, and they can get maybe some reels or whatever the case from the show, whatever the behind the scenes thing that you want to upsell. All of that in one whole package, $2,000. All 5 people purchase it. That's 10 grand. You add that to the 5, that's 15. That's your upsell. Okay, cool. Now you got to have an affiliate, right? So the affiliate is somebody that is a strategic partner. You don't want to have to do this work. That's why you want to have an affiliate. We just were talking about the Nike and get paid to be you. So, okay, cool. Which every business owner or every guest that comes in here, maybe they're artists, maybe they're entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, they're somebody that's showcasing something, which means that they could use more funds. Everybody should have access to a person that can get them funded. So now I get those people funded. Let's just say I only get 3 people funded because only 3 people are in position to get funded. Maybe I get them access to $100,000 faster than their job could pay them, quicker than they can save it, right? So maybe I give them $100,000, but I take a 3% cut, and my man who gets them funded take a 7% cut because the rate is either from 8 to 12%. Right on the dollar. So my man takes 7, I take 3. I get 3 people funded. That's $9K. We already at 15 plus the 9. How much is that? We at 24. We at 24K in a month. We ain't even done yet. Hold on, y'all. We ain't done yet. What we said, we got the foundational 5. That was only 3. So now we got the assets. So the asset is something that you're going to invest in. So for me, my asset is life insurance. So I invest in life insurance. Why? Because I put my money in life insurance and allow my money to get pregnant. I'm talking about money babies. That stomach be real fat. You know, because I got a corporate owned life insurance policy. I'm not talking about the bank account where you get 0.1%. I'm talking about 12% on your dollar. I'm talking about you put 50,000 in there, you're going to get some change out of that. All right. So now when we move from the assets, we move to the investments. We already know my investments is real estate. I'm talking about fix and flips. I'm talking about these things, right? We're going to wholesale, right? My boys know we about to wholesale something. So what can we get in the wholesale deal? Let's say me and you JV. We JV up. Okay, cool. We get something that maybe net us a $20,000 profit. We get a $20,000 profit. We got to split it up. Okay, cool. You might split it up together since you're a partner. Y'all might split 10 and I might get 10 by myself, right? So, okay, cool. Add the 10 to the 24. We got 34,000 in 1 month. What we talking about here?
What we talking about here, man?
Foundational 5. That's going to give you multiple streams by any means. So that way you understand the only thing that you were doing was one thing. Everything else was pretty much automated. Everything else was pretty much easy to do. Only thing that you had to worry about was sitting here on your podcast to make sure that you do a great job to get it out to your listeners. I just showed you how to manifest your annual salary to your monthly income, because that was only 5 people. Imagine if you, how many people y'all can get to a podcast in a month?
Depends at that time, though.
Right.
Yeah.
4 or 5 average.
Yeah, on average, but lately, man, we've been partnership.
Partnership.
So
let's just say you got 10.
Yeah.
Let's just say you got 10 in a month.
Yeah.
That's easy, bro. That's like almost 2.5 a week, right? So, all right, cool. Double that up. That's 34 plus 34. That's 68. I was giving y'all low numbers. You get what I'm saying?
Math is mathing, man. The math is mathing.
That's 68,000. That's nearly $70,000 in a month. So I'm gonna show you how to take your annual salary, turn it to your monthly income in our 3-day summit. The summit is called Manifest Millions Summit. I want you to text the word millions to 347-429-6496, and that way you get access. Once you get access, come ready to play, come ready to glow, come ready to show up, because you're getting ready to blow up. Y'all already know, multiple streams by any means.
When does the summit start?
We ain't gonna give out a date. We just gonna let you text millions.
Okay. I got you.
I want this to be one of the podcasts we keep around for years.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Text millions to 347-429-6496, and you're gonna get access to all the information that you need to start getting registered, so that way you can take advantage of our 3-day summit.
That was awesome, bro.
You got anything before we exonerate? Before we leave? I had to use a big word, man. You know, I'm with my brother, man. He from Brooklyn. You know, I had to let him know, man. The South got something to say, man.
Y'all with the South, man. That's my brothers out here, man.
I'm with. I love, you know, I love everybody, man. Anybody can learn from, man. I love that, man. But it's been another episode of Multiple Streams by any means, and remember, good things come to those that hustle.
Facts.
Big facts, man.
Peace.
Peace out.
That was good, y'all. Good
That was
stuff.
good.